Wan lay in Jungkook's arms, her head resting on his chest as they cuddled in the soft glow of the beside lamp. It had been a long day filled with work and responsibilities, but now, in the quiet of their bedroom, they could finally relax and be together. As they lay there, their breathing signing in a comforting rhythm, Vine felt a wave of sadness wash over her. She had been trying to get pregnant for months now, but each time she took a pregnancy test, it came out negative. She couldn't help but feel like she was letting Jungkook down, like she was failing him in some way. Jungkook, she whispered softly, her voice barely audible in the stillness of the room. He turned towards her, his eyes filled with concern. What's wrong, love? He asked, his hand smoothly grazing her hair. Vine took a deep breath, stilling herself for what she was about to say. I took another pregnancy test today, she began, her voice trembling, and it was negative again. Jungkook's heart ached for her. He knew how much she wanted to start a family, how much she longed to have a child for her own. He turned her around towards him, cupping her face in his hands and kissing her forehead tenderly. Don't worry, Ryan, we will keep trying. We will keep trying until it's positive. I promise. He murmured, his voice filled with reassurance. Ryan's eyes brimmed with tears, her heart overflowing with gratitude for the man she had married. She was her rock, her anchor. In the storm of life, she noticed sadly, unable to find the words to express her emotions. We will try harder this time, Jungkook continued, his voice teasing. We will do whatever it takes, and one day it will be positive. I believe that with all my heart, and I believe in my hard work. He winked at her. Ryan couldn't help but smile through her tears. She laughed softly while hitting on his chest, the sound of her laugh music to Jungkook's ear. Jungkook, unwavering faith in their future together, gave her hope, a glimmer of light in the darkness of her doubts and fears. They both settled back down on the bed, holding each other close as they drifted off to sleep. One snuggled into Jungkook's warmth, feeling safe and loved in his embrace. They were a team, a partnership forged in love and commitment. At evening, Jungkook and Ryan sat in their living room of their cozy home, chatting with Jungkook's stepmother. They couldn't help but feel grateful for her presence in their life. Miss June was a kind and friendly person who had always been there for Jungkook, especially after his real mother passed away. She never let him miss his real mother, always filling their home with love and warmth. Jungkook also had a young and beautiful stepsister Hana, who was not his biological sister but they lived together like a real family. Hana had always been supportive of Jungkook and Ryan's relationship, often teasing them about starting a family of their own. Now give us a grandchild. When are you both going to announce the good news? Your fathers and my ears are desperately waiting to hear the news, she said after chatting for a while. She suddenly brought up the topic of grandchildren. She was looking excited while Ryan and Jungkook exchanged worried glances, unsure of how to respond while Mrs. June noticed their nervousness. It's fine, sometime it takes time. But by the way, did you both visit the hospital for checkup? Look, I don't want to stress you or hurt you, but I think you two should go and done your checkup. It will be helpful to know the reason, right? And I'm sure everything will be fine. And if not, I mean, if there is a need to treatment, then there is a lot of treatment nowadays. Jungkook, you know Dr. Hamin, she is amazing and she did many people and they have kids now. You both should go to her. She reassured them not to worry. She suggested that they should visit the hospital for a checkup to see if there were any underlying reasons. That's why Ryan wasn't getting pregnant despite trying. Yeah, you are right, Mom. We will visit the hospital tomorrow. He smiled, looking at Ryan as he placed his hand on top of Ryan's in a comforting way. In return, Ryan mouthed, I love you to him. That made Jungkook's ear red. As he started blushing, Ryan couldn't help but press her lips to stop her laugh seeing him. Ryan and Jungkook agreed to the idea, grateful for Mrs. June's support and guidance. They were hoping for the best. They all had a meal together, happily enjoying each other's company, and then Mrs. June left, leaving Ryan and Jungkook to ponder over their situation. As they drove to the hospital for their checkup, Ryan couldn't help but feel a sense of anxiety creeping upon her. What if there was something wrong with her? What if they couldn't have children? Jungkook sensed her unease and reached out to hold her hand, giving her a reassuring smile. Whatever happens, we will face it together, he said softly and held her hand. as she was freezing her fingers in nervousness. I am just feeling scared, Jungkook. Promise me that you will never leave me. I can't imagine living my life without you. She said, her voice low, and Jungkook can feel the fear in her voice. He kissed on her knuckles while driving. I don't care if we were never able to have a child. You are with me. That's mattered the most, Van. I love you all by my heart. Nothing can stop me loving you and be with you. Don't you trust me? He asked as Van nodded. She leaned and rested her head on his arm. I trust you, Jungkook, and I love you too. Why are you behaving like you are not capable? Like something is wrong with you, huh? What if I'm not capable of giving you a baby then? He said when Van looked at him. What's with that question, Jungkook? Of course, I'm not leaving you at any cost. Understand? You are stuck with me. I'm going to stick with you, and you have to give me piggyback rides, even in your 60s. She said as Jungkook laughed. Oh my god, you are surely going to break my waist, Van. Excuse me? She glared him. Oh, darling, you are with nothing. You are like a flower. Don't look at me like that. I didn't mean like you are thinking. He immediately cleared, but their bickering didn't stop until they reached hospital. Vine, I'm really sorry, sweetheart. I have to attend this press conference. You know how important it is for my new project, right? He said, cupping her face, his eyes filled with guilt as he had to leave her on her own. It's okay, Jungkook. We already wait a lot. One day will not end the world. Don't worry about me, but take care of yourself. I will head back to home after my all checkup get done. She assured him with her smile as he kissed on her forehead. I'm sorry we decided to do our checkup together, he whispered still in guilt, but Vine hugged him. It's fine, you can come next day and whenever you got time. I know your schedule is Jungkook, but you still manage and come here now, go drive safely. She said as Jungkook nodded, his lips curling up into a small, faint smile as he kissed her temple one last time before leaving her in the waiting room. After some time later, Vine got free with her checkup and headed back to her house. All that passed like a blur of time as she engulfed in kitchen preparing Jungkook's favorite dishes. Jungkook was a famous businessman and today he finally revealed his upcoming project that will be another victory for him. Vine was happy for his success and the way he was putting efforts and now she only wished that his hard work paid off. Suddenly, the doorbell rang and one of the maids opened the door. Greeting Jungkook, she welcomed him inside. Where is Wine? He shortly and simply asked and immediately made his way towards kitchen after the maid informed him that Wine was in the kitchen. Oh, what took you here, Mr. Jun Jungkook? She asked, folding her arms around her chest and giggled when he started tickling her. The helpers went out of the kitchen, smiling. When Jungkook signaled them because he knows Wine will start complaining as she felt shy and embarrassed. Okay, stop it. Let me breathe, Jungkook. They both were laughing and breathless as Jungkook back hugged her, leaving soft kisses on the neck. I got to know my special one is cooking for me with her beautiful tiny hands. The house always gets filled with the aroma whenever you cook. He whispered in her neck, made her giggle. Aish, you are so unromantic. One frowned when he said this as she unlocked his arm and turned towards him with a questionable look. And why you feel like that, mister? She asked, raising her brow while he chuckled. Because you giggled when I was being romantic, whispering in your neck, letting touch my hot breaths. You should throw your head back on my shoulder and give me more access, you know. He grinned proudly while one felt her cheek start burning. Okay, enough, Mr. Another level romantic husband. Go and get fresh. I am waiting on the dining table, she said while walking away while Jungkook sighed. I was right. Look at you running away from your own hot, handsome husband. But it's okay. रात अभी बाकी है wifey. The night is still long. He winked at her before he left the kitchen while Vine exhaled and placed her hand on her heart that was beating fastly. They were like this. Even after 2 years of their marriage, Jungkook's effects on her is still the same as first time. He never leave any chance to show his affection, his love for her, and bug around her. At dining table, they eat and talk on everything almost. Van told him her checkup got done. The doctor said she was looking healthy, and the rest will depend on the reports that will come in a week. And then Jungkook told her that he was also going to visit the hospital tomorrow. After a week later in the morning, Van woke up and she felt the urge of throwing up. She immediately rushed towards the bathroom that Junk noticed. He followed her and rubbed her back to ease her discomfort. Did you eat something unhealthy? His voice was sleepy but concerned as he helped her to wash her face and then he wiped her face while Van leaned and rested her head on his chest as she was feeling dizzy while Jungkook started grazing her ear. You are making worried Ryan. What happened to you suddenly? Let's go to the hospital. He said, but Ryan shook her head. It's okay, Jungkook. I am fine. Just take me to the bed. She lazily said, and Jungkook picked her up, taking her to the bed. He made her sit on it and handed her a glass of water. Don't worry, Jungkook. I'm fine. Don't look at me like I fall very sick. Sometimes it happens when I'm hungry, you know, right? She said that Jungkook was looking at her sadly because he was worried and concerned. I know. Promise, there is nothing else. Why nodded and kissed on his cheek. Tell me, madam, what do you want to eat? I will make it for you in today's breakfast. He said as he stand up. I want ramen and pancakes with only strawberry syrup. She said excitedly while Jungkook frowned at the mention of ramen in the early morning. Babe, I'm talking about breakfast. Yeah, I know I want to eat noodles and pancakes because I'm craving for this too, and you know I love them when you cook. Now go, I'm hungry. She said as she also stand up and pushed him outside the room. Let's check it out. What's going on? She murmured and went inside the bathroom as she was facing morning sickness from past 2-3 days, but she didn't tell Jungkook as he always got so worried, even if it's a small matter, but everything related Ryan mattered big for him. Maria, please call Ryan. He said to the maid while placing the plates on the table, but got badly startled when Ryan screamed. But before he ran upstairs, he saw Ryan was coming downstairs in speed. Oh my god, Jungkook, look at this. I can't believe on my eyes. She said breathlessly happily while showing him the kid that was showing positive. She was pregnant finally. What? I mean, how did this happen? He asked unbelievably, looking at the kid while Ryan giggled and punched on his arm. You did this, stupid. What kind of question is that? She said as Jungkook slowly looked at her, his eyes filled with tears, while Ryan's heart was pounding in her chest.